Okay, ended up fall camp today. Really our focus was special situations, in the game situations, 2-minute situations. We had the officials out there. Really spent a lot of time with that. Spent a lot of time on our special teams, just trying to cover every possible situations that you could encounter from special teams. And then at the very end, our 2s and 3s scrimmaged again. And I think it gave us some really good information from a coach's standpoint, and it was a good way to wrap up, fall camp. This coming week, we'll transition into Washington, and that'll give us 2 weeks to focus on them and everything that goes with it. We're going to practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Plan to give our guys off this coming Saturday, and then come back Sunday and get in our game week routine as far as that goes. As far as the scrimmage, Cord Sandberg got a lot of work. He got some work the last scrimmage, but he got the majority today. I thought it was good for him to get out there and run the offense, and he got a chance to do a little everything, run it and throw it, and the communication. Sean Shivers, our running back, really stood out to me today in the scrimmage, just running hard. He's a fast guy, everybody knows, but he really ran with a purpose today, very impressive. And then Griffin King also had a very good scrimmage at wide receiver. So, we're glad that fall camp is over. I feel like we've accomplished most of our goals, and then we had very few injuries or banged up guys, so that's a good feeling. And so I think we're in a good spot with 2 weeks to play to start transition and flip the switch for Washington. Questions?
What does Shivers do to really best?
Just running hard. I mean, he a lot of speed guys like to run out of bounds and stuff, and just he plays bigger than he is. That's probably the best way to put it.
Because at this point, what has Cam Martin done in fall camp? I mean, I know it's spring, he's limited a bit, didn't play on A-Day, but just has he done anything in fall camp to not necessarily separate himself? He knew he was going to be the starter, but just stand out more, prove to you that he can handle pass blocking, be more physical between the tackles guy.
Yeah, I think that's what fall camp has really done for him. Just getting the reps and being able to run the entire offense. Last year we were pretty selective with some of the things he did, and so he was out there with the 2-minute with Jarrett, and there's a trust factor too. From a quarterback standpoint, trusting the running backs with alignments, assignments, pass protection, and everything that goes with that. And Cam's a veteran guy. The expectations for him are extremely high. But I would say overall, he had a very solid fall camp.
How confident are you with the offensive line now that you're through camp? Did you feel like you guys have?
Yeah, I know the other day JB talked about the 5 that if we played now would be out there, and we're getting a little closer. We've not named starters yet, but I think we're getting closer to that. I'll say this: we've got really good information, about our guys, and we're always looking for 3 tackles, 3 guards, and 2 centers. I mean, that's the comfort zone for me going into each season, and I think we're close to getting that figured out.
Tim said Thursday that Whitlow had separated himself with camp at the running backs. What has he done to kind of stand out?
Well, he runs with a purpose, kind of like I said with Sean. I mean, he runs extremely hard. He's still a freshman, and he's making some freshman mistakes at times, but he runs with a purpose. He's a great competitor, is what's really stood out to me. And Asa Martin's done some good things too. And my big deal is protecting the football. And for the most part, the young guys have. There's been a couple things, but we're with the schedule we have early, with the opponents we have early, a lot of those freshmen will be on the field. They got to protect the football.
How are those 2 guys been, Asa?
I think they've been solid. Yeah, I think that. Pass protection. They both got courage, and that's half the battle with pass protection. It's just more of getting the different looks and knowing their assignments. And we're trying to give them multiple reps. I know in fall camp we've given them a lot of reps, and matter of fact, both of them with the 1s and 2s, and just trying to give them confidence.
Gus, with those 3 guys and Shivers as well, how much? I mean, you felt good, I think, about running backs anyway. How much better do you feel about that group now after camp?
Yeah, I think we're starting to develop some depth. It's yet to be seen exactly how everything's going to play out. I think probably after the 3rd or 4th game, I think it'll be evident. But it's good right now that we have options. Harold Joyner's another guy. The last two scrimmages has really stood out to me about, running the football. He's got a talent, and he protected the football. So we have some depth there, and y'all know this. I mean, you can't have enough depth at running back in this league.
What have you liked about Driscoll fitting in as such a key position?
Yeah, Jack he's an athletic guy. He's a tough guy. And just learning the offense and learning his teammates and, with Coach Grimes and everything that goes with it. But, he's a very aggressive young man. He's very, very athletic.
Now that camp's over, how are the freshman receivers coming along?
Yeah, they got a lot of reps. They got a lot of reps. Usually the freshman skill guys. In fall camp, you throw a lot at them. And then you start game planning, and things start slowing down and being a little more specific, and they usually can show that, they can play fast. We put so much install in at times, it runs together. And I really think that'll help that group. And just like Coach Burns said the other day, I mean, it's a very talented group. I'll confirm that. And you'll see, the majority of those guys on the field in some capacity the first game. And we'll just try to really be selective and try to help them out as the season goes and have that grow, as the season goes on.
On the receivers, Eli and Will, how are those guys coming along?
Yeah, they're doing some individual, and they're doing some 7-on-7, some things like that. Like I said, we're not, they've not been cleared for contact or anything like that. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm hopeful we'll have them back at some point this season, and we'll see where that goes, and I'll keep you updated on that.
Any update on Nick Brahms and his progress?
Yeah, Nick, I think for the last week has been able to do some one-on-one pass pro, and just trying to slowly bring him along. I think this week, I think he's got a chance to do a little bit more. So we'll see where that goes.
Where have you seen Caleb Kim kind of grow the most this fall camp, being that first team center?
I think the more you're with the ones and the accountability and the pressure that goes with that, I think it does nothing but help prepare a guy that, hadn't started before. And, I've seen him progress. And so we'll see what happens.
Tim had mentioned Malik Miller dealing with a minor injury, it sounds like, here during fall camp. Just, is that an issue going back to 8A? Was that the knee injury again?
No, I think it was a soft tissue issue. Okay. As far as that. And I don't think it was anything major. It just was a couple-day deal. But, he's an experienced guy that has played.
That's now that you got this camp portion done. We talked early on about some of these young guys and how important they can be on special teams. You feel like those guys have a chance to be an impact guys on special teams pretty early?
Yeah, I believe so, especially at least with the twos, and you think special teams, depth. I mean, it's, offense and defense, each game you're going to play some twos, okay? But special teams, usually it's more than offense and defense. So, a lot of young guys are talented enough to help on special teams, and I think you'll see quite a few of them out there first game.
Is punter still undetermined at this point as far as?
We hadn't made a call yet, but it's a really good competition. I'll say this, it's very close. And both those guys are competitive, and it's been good. I mean, they've really challenged each other. So we will be better at the punting game than we were last year, I'll tell you that.
What's going to be the determining factor in a race that close between those two guys?
Trust, who earns it, who has the best numbers, at the end of the day. We put them in a lot of different situations, put them in some live situations, and even had some more today. So it's more who earns it and who we trust.
Is Malik Willis, is he pretty much a number two?
Yes.
Firmly
Yes,
established?
yeah, he's our number 2 guy. And, Cord, we're very impressed with him. He's picking up things really quick, and that's been good. And then, of course, Joey Gatewood, he scrimmaged the last 2, and he went live, and, he's a different player when he goes live.
What type of camp has Malik had, and has he improved since the A-Day?
Yeah, I think Malik has improved since A-Day, and he's been primarily with the Blues, and I think he is especially compared to last year. It's a totally different feel from him, And I think, you know, he understands what we're trying to do, and he has improved.
Anything else?
Is these next 2 days for you as a coaching staff really about paring down who you think's going to play and then developing that scout team and how comfortable?
Yeah. I mean, you know, the next day and a half, I mean, we'll have some personnel meetings and all that. We'll start preparing for Washington. You know, we already have a good idea of what we're going to do, but it'll give us a day just to catch our breath in the off day and just strictly focusing on them and kind of get that back in your mind fully, and have 2 weeks to try to prepare, you know, in all the phases. You know, because what are we, 13 days away right now?
You asked, or I asked a week and a half ago about, you know, what's the difference between the feeling after preseason camp of a championship level team and one you think still has some work to do, and you said to ask when you get to that point after preseason camp, how do you feel right now?
You know, we still have some question marks, but I will say this. I feel very good about our team. I think the first 3 or 4 games will tell us a lot, but I really like where we're at. We got a hungry team. You know, last year they weren't happy with the way it ended. That's a good thing for us with our leadership. We've not had what I would say one bad day of fall camp. When I say bad day, I mean attitude-wise, effort-wise, and that's pretty rare. So to answer your question, I feel good about where we're at 13 days away, and we'll see what happens.
You guys gone bowling yet?
No, we did. Yep.
Did your team win at all, or were you?
I didn't participate this time.
Participate.
No, I had something. Had to prepare. So.
Prepare.
Yeah.
Cooking chicken?
Yep. Well, we got a big game coming up. So. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.